Hi there, my name is April Sawtelle and welcome to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is just showing you how to cut batten off the bolt. I buy all of my batten by the bolt. It's just more cost effective for me. I get it right at Joann's and I'll pre-cut it. I don't ever buy pre-cuts, I'll pre-cut this myself. So I'm just going to get the bag off here, and what I'm going to do is my husband is helping me. We're going to unroll this. It's very hard to maneuver by yourself, so it was nice that he would help me because I have 15 quilts I have to get ready to quilt. So we just start by unrolling it, and what we're going to do is we're going to take some measurements here. We're going to need a measuring tape, and we're also going to need scissors for this. I've got an inventory list here of what I need of all of the sizes. So for this particular quilt, we're going to take that measurement, mark out where we need to make the cut. You're going to want to cut the cut at 4 inches bigger than what you need. So we're going to each take scissors and meet in the middle here, and then we're going to spin that piece around. Now what we're going to do, the fold is on his side. So now the fold is on the bolt side. We've spun it over there, and we're going to start marking how much more we have to cut off. We know that this is going to be way too long because we're going to be spinning this. And when we open this up, so we take another measurement, and then that's going to give us how big we need it. So this particular one is going to be, I believe it's a 70 by 76, I think. So when we open this up, we're going to take that many inches off, and then we're going to fold it in half like that to make it easier to cut that piece off instead of having it like dangling. It just makes it a lot easier to fold it to make that cut. So you actually can do this on just any hard surface. Some people will do this on the floor. You can just do it right on any table, especially if you have somebody helping you. I take that extra piece. I'm going to save that because at some time I will take them and use them, and I'll fuse them together. I'll sew them together, I should say, and I will use them for another back end. So then what we do is then we just fold it in half, and then we fold it in half again, and then I'm going to take and I'm going to get my quilt top. First I'm going to lay this flat, and I'll take my quilt top that I'm going to use. I folded that in half. I folded it in half again. I'll lay that right on top, and I'll flatten it all out. I'm going to stick a little marker on there to just tell me what size this is. Because if I don't have my back end ready, I'll know that I need a back end 70 by 76. I'm going to just go ahead and put a safety pin in that. I'm going to put a hanger on this. This is just going to hang off the hanger down in my sewing room, and that way when I'm ready to quilt it, it'll all be together. I'm going to show you again here how I'm going to do this. So we're taking and we're rolling it back out where the fold is on my husband's side. We're going to take measurements. We're just coming up with a halfway point to fold this over. It really is this simple. You're just taking the halfway point, fold it over because it's so big to maneuver that you really would need a huge space if you wanted to lay it all out. So by doing this and having two people allows us to just fold it in half and work this way. So then we're just going to smoothen it out, fold it in half to that halfway point that we made. Our fingers are touching it. You can't see that in the shot. And our fingers are touching the halfway spot. It's folded over. We're going to double measure here to be sure. So now what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and cut this. So this is exactly how much width we need because we folded that top piece over in half. So now this is the complete amount of width that we need. Now what we're going to need to do is figure out the length. Push the batten back up. We're just going to do that, and we're going to spin this around now, and the fold now is facing the batten. It was facing my husband. Now it's facing the batten. So now just go ahead and flatten it out, and what we're going to do now is we are going to take a measurement again. So we're going to make sure that we measure, we know that this is 96 inches, okay? So we need to fold over from where we've made the cut, not where the fold is, on the other side, the side on the outside of the table. We're going to need to take that, we need to fold that over half of the amount that we need to get rid of. So we know this right now is 96 inches. That's the whole length of this now. We need to get rid of that length because we don't need 96 inches. So it sounds complicated. It's very easy. Just take your measurement of how many inches, take your 96 inches, and then figure how many inches you need to get rid of in order to come up with whatever number you have. Make your marks, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to take your batten, one layer, just that top layer here. Just grab the top and just fold it over, using your finger there to make sure you're on the line that you just made. So it's going to go over your, you can see underneath, you can see the bottom part is under. Remember, you've only taken one layer. Flatten that out, and then you're just going to double check your measurements. Go ahead, and now what you're going to do is you're just going to take your measurement again, just to be sure that you've got the right number there. So that's what we're doing. We're just double checking here to be sure. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take, and we're both going to take our scissors right in this new fold that's toward the outside of the table. That's our full amount. We've already done the halfway folded over. So we're only going to keep whatever that brings us to. That the stuff toward the batten is how much we're getting rid of. So we just cut, we meet right in the middle, and that is going to give us the size that we need. And then I'll just take this piece and I will use this in another project. And then we're just going to take that piece, fold it over, and that is the length that we need. So now we've got the perfect size, exactly the dimension that we've been looking for. We're going to fold this in half. And then we're going to fold it in half again, and then we folded it in half one more time. And that's going to give me a nice skinny piece to hang on my hanger. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing to my quilt top. We're going to fold it in half. We're going to try to make them the same size. So if it's wide, it's wide. If it's skinny, it's skinny. I just try to go about the same. This one I'm going to fold in half, and we're going to fold that in half one more time. That'll make it lay nice and flat, and then I'll press it all down. And this one, I am going to go ahead and put the backing right on this, because this one I have the backing already cut, so I won't need to look for a backing later. For the backing, just going to fold it the same exact way, lay it flat, press it out. I'm going to get my hanger here, and I'm just going to put this one on a hanger as well, except this one is complete, so I won't need to have a little piece of sticky paper on this one because it's going to be all ready. So then I just bring it about halfway up the hanger, and then I'm just going to pull it up, and I'm just going to continue to do the same exact thing. I'm going to take out all of my quilt tops. I'm going to do the same thing, get them all ready until they're all on hangers and waiting for me to quilt them. So I'll show you the finished product here. And so after I get them all downstairs and hung up, I will just go down at my own leisurely pace here and get them quilted. But I figured I would get started and get them all up and ready and get the backends cut. It was a huge job. You should never get that many backed up. It's hard though. It really is. It's hard for all of us quilters. We all are really good at making tops, but not always bringing it to completion. I'm just so glad that my husband helped me. It literally took a half a day to get to this point, and I still don't have all of the quilt backends ready yet. But I have a huge dent, and I'm almost there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Remember to keep it simple. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Bye.